Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Gina, and all you paper crafters out there, don't fear. I've been working on a couple of things in preparation, so I'll probably be filming a paper crafting focused video next. But I have really been into watercolor lately, and it's hard to do a project and film it and sound enthusiastic about it when you're just kind of not in the mood. So I am really digging watercolors. So that's what we're going to do today. And I have two new products I want to talk to you about. This one I got off Temu. I had never ordered from there before and thought I would give it a try. And this is one of the things I came across. I believe it was less than $5, but it's a little travel watercolor pad. The paper is nice and thick. I did fine painting on it, but it's under $5. It was under $5 and I thought, okay, how bad could it be? And I have really enjoyed it. The next item I bought separately a couple weeks later even, and I got this from Michael's. They are frame envelopes. Maybe they've been around, but I just had not noticed them before. I thought that's cool. So here's what it looks like. And you have a frame here, and the frame cutout piece measures 3 by 4 1/4. These pages measure 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I thought, gosh, that's really close to being the right size to use. And that led me to making these. And I thought it came out so cute. You put your little piece of paper in the little slit, and it's nice and framed. I put a little stamp on the inside, and what a cute little card. Comes with envelopes as well. And in the description box below, I'll give you the name of them and where I found them. But I was just having such a good time making these that I thought I had to share. I wanted us to make one together. You can get really elaborate, or you can keep it kind of simple, my little poppies. And of course my cone flowers. I absolutely love making cone flowers. They're so much fun. So that is what we're going to do today. I hope you stick around. Grab your watercolor and some paper and brushes, and let's have fun. So here is my pad, and I go ahead and just hold it down with a little clip while I put on my background. Now, how I've been doing my background, unless you're trying to paint something specific that you really want to have a sky or a sunset sky and then ground or mountains or something like that, if you just want to do a general background, here's how I do it. I take my palette and I just wet my brush really well and just start putting it on. I go into whatever color I have available. I've got lots of purple on this one. Put that down. Let's see. Here's a little bit of this red. But that is such a pretty color. Okay, we can maybe hit more of this green. And just make just a random color. Let's see what you come up with. Here's a blue. Let's see if I can get some of that blue going. Woo! I'm pretty sure I covered enough of the paper to ensure that my frame on the card will be filled with color. You could go ahead and do the whole thing if you want, if you don't want to have to worry about leaving any white space. But I think that will be good, so I'm going to let that dry. Probably help it out with my heat tool. It's all dry now. This one came out fairly dark, which is exciting. All of the other ones that I did are a lot more pale, so it just depends on what you're looking for in your background. I wanted something a little more bold this time because I have done so many with pale backgrounds. I want to just do something really simple. maybe like a leaf pattern or something like that. I'm going to use the size 1 Princeton round. So the green, actually the only green I have is sap green. I'm mixing up some sap green in this well over here. So I think I'll mix a little bit of this yellow. This is Naples yellow. I'll mix some of that in there just to lighten it up a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. And I just want to do a fairly simple design. Something like this. And we will just add some leaves. So not much to write home about at this point. So whenever you do something you think, okay, this is just not my painting day. Why are my lines so thick here and these aren't pointy here? That's okay, because you have a pen. If you don't have a water and fade proof pen, you need to get one. Because I have taken things that I thought looked just horrific and it turned out to be really cool in the end. So I'm going to try to work some of that magic on this picture. This is another item that I got from Temu. It's called Uni Pen, and the pen has like a straight pen in it for the eye. I don't know if you can see that, but I got it because it's a size 005. So yeah, it's a very tiny nib and I wanted something really small, and so far it's been writing really well. Now this is dry. Let's get our pen out and just see what we can do. See, what else can we do? We ought to do something with the stem. This pen, it's Tombow, and it's a calligraphy pen. I saw Diane Anton use this, and I've been watching her. I've been binge watching her actually, and I love her channel. She's so much fun to listen to. She just says what's on her mind, and I love that. But anyway, I've seen her use this and I really like it. So it's like a brush pen, but it's not a brush pen that has a really flimsy nib. You have to kind of push down to get a thicker line, and I like that. That works much better for me than almost every other brush pen I've ever tried to use, where you barely touch it and you have a big fat line. And I'm like, okay, I need something a little more sturdy. And this is it. So I really like this. There we go. Now that we've extended the leaves, it makes the stem look a little more proportioned. I may color in parts of the petals just to give it more contrast. Wow, look at the difference. I like that so much better. Before I do anything else, I think I'm going to cut it out and fit it into my card to get a better idea of the space I have to work with. Cut it up at the top. Take my card. Let's see what we are working with here. Let's take a look. Make sure you push it all the way down. There's times I thought I was at the bottom, but I wasn't. So I'm going to take my black pen, and I think I'll give it an additional little frame. Here we go, a little stitching pattern. Now this is just paper, so you can also paint this if you want, or maybe use some distressed ink around it. You could draw flowers, you know, you could definitely decorate the outside of the frame if you'd like to. Okay, I think I want to give it some splatters, and for that, I'm going to take it back out. Look, it was in there just a little bit crooked, but that's okay as long as it looks good inside the card. I will take my Blueproof White, Dr. P.H. Martin. I have my brush loaded, but I think I want to cover up the main part of my flowers. Now that my little leaf is protected, let's see if we can get some splatters going. Pick off. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to dry that and we'll stick it back in our card. Well, friends, I've come this far and I'm looking at it and I just don't like it. And that happens sometimes. But I'm not quite ready to give up. I'm going to go a completely different way. I hope you hang in there with me and let's see what I can do to fix it. if I leave it just like this, I already like it so much better. And I know I said that about when I added the ink to my previous green leaves, and it was true. It did make it better. But in the end, I did not like the overall look at all, and I really wanted to change it. So I did. This still needs to dry, and while it dries, I'll think if I want to do something else. But honestly, it looks really nice just like this. But I'll let this dry and think about it and come back, and then we'll see what we'll do. All right, I've given it some thought, and I am going to add just a little bit of white, but it's just going to be small dots and nothing overpowering. I want the beautiful blue, which by the way, this is indigo, and it is just such a lovely color, and it looks fantastic on top of our pink and blue background. So I don't want to take away too much, but it has white splatters, and this will tie in with the white splatters. So here I go. There we go. I think I like that. I like that a lot, and I will leave it as is. I consider briefly doing something to the stem. Nope, you gotta know when to let it go. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And I'm gonna fold it. Friends, that is what you do. Don't give up when you've created something that you aren't that happy with. Or, like me in this case, I flat out didn't like. And I contemplated scrapping the video, starting over, but I thought, no, let me see if I can fix it. And I like it. I like it a lot, and I hope you do too. So I'm going to dry this real quick. We'll put it back in our card, and we'll see how it looks. One last thing. I did round the edges. I don't know why, I just did. It gives it a nice finished look. Even though this one kind of turned out to be a little cockeyed, which none of the others did. But I'm filming, so there you go. That's typical. Okay, almost. I'm trying to line up my stitching again. That's it. One last thing to do, and that is to sign it. And there we go. There is our finished card. I could stamp, or I could just write a personal note. So stick it right in the envelope and mail it to a friend, a family member, or someone who needs some cheering up. Here's a little reminder of some other inspirations. And here's the one we did today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you try this or what you think of the products I showed you today. And tell me if you've ever not given up on a project and had it turn out really well. All right, if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.